Hey YouTube, my name is Eve the Weave. Please like, share, and subscribe. I haven't been to y'all in a while, but it's been a little busy, but I've been waiting to see what the numbers is going to look like. Y'all know I live in New York, so I'm going to get to the election from yesterday in another video, but I really wanted to talk to you about this disturbing video that came up on my daughter's timeline yesterday. This is the caption. Missing kids traced back to a house in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Kids traced back to a house in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Special shout out to Frank Nitty II for being an activist and reporting on this when the news wasn't reporting on it. Now, yesterday I did not see this report come up on anybody's news feed yesterday at all. I watched the news last night just to see if this story was going to come on CNN. I have not seen this story nowhere, so I'm about to show y'all the house in Wisconsin that everybody is surrounded. There was kids found and traced back to this house in Wisconsin. So I'm gonna show y'all the video from that. It's crazy how let me just say this, and this is why I like to think about a lot of things before I like to do videos. They are hiding so much shit during this pandemic that a lot of people don't even know about. Like I said, this story right here, you would have thought this story would have got some type of air coverage somewhere because it was about little kids being kidnapped and being traced back to this house. It's just crazy. This pandemic got my eyes open to a lot of shit. A lot of shit. There's a lot of stuff going on that a lot of people don't know about. I'm going to get on that election. I'm going to get on Donald Trump. I'm even going to get in Dr. Fauci's ass because the things that is this so eye-opening. All they did was sit us down, not realizing we was going to really be woke and see what the fuck they was doing and hiding. So let me just get right to the video. Crazy.
The police are always scrambling my phone. As soon as the police get here and they bring their tanks out and all that, they be scrambling my signal. So, y'all, we gonna see y'all. I'm gonna be here to the end. I got my charger. He packed up. Yo. We're not being hurt. Bro, fuck them, bro. Yeah. Let the white people stand in front of them, like we always do. I don't know. I think somebody told me they got the two girls. I don't know. We found that one little boy. I got two of them, the 9-year-old and the 9-year-old and the 14-year-old. Right? They brothers. So the little light-skinned boy that I found. Yeah. So and the big girl. I'm gonna talk to him. So we found a 9-year-old. I'm gonna talk to him. And the 14-year-old. Where he at? He's in the van around the street. Okay. And the 9-year-old and the 14-year-old? The 14-year-old told the mama he wanted to go, but she told me, come on, let's go. The 9-year-old said he wasn't going with the mama? What you gonna say? Mama just let us drive. So, I'm trying to find a daddy. I'm gonna talk to him.
Hey, but that's the one that touched on me like that. Look at that shit. That shit look real loud.
Y'all share this real quick so we can get everybody back.
We're gonna do a quick live shot, then I would love to talk to you.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
okay.
That's cool. So new, they want to do it really quick.
She gets information of the guy.
The house has been, for those tuning in for the first time, they said there was a couple little missing kids in this house. It started with this house, the missing kids. When the people called the police came and didn't do shit basically. So the people decided themselves to come back to the house. When the people came to the house, they said that the people left the house, like little kids left the house. So when they came to the door, the people started shooting through the door. Then the police came and arrested the people for shooting through the door. The detective told me that he didn't find any evidence of the missing kids in the house. After he told me he didn't find any evidence of the missing kids, we had word that the kids may have went to another address. When we got to the other address, kids started to run, and we chased them through Washington Park. He was watching my live. We were looking for them in the bushes, and I said, man, I think they're not over here. I think they turned to the left. Saw the two little kids. Come to find out that one of them is a 9-year-old, one of them a 14-year-old. I guess the mother of the 14-year-old got the 14-year-old, and the 9-year-old didn't want to go, was afraid. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to talk to him in a minute. Upon leaving that area and coming back to the home, right, man, let the police go home. When the police left, the people pretty much decided to do whatever they wanted to do, which was, enter the home and look for what they call evidence and look to see if there was any little girls in there. They found some shorts with some blood on it out of the van over there. They found some more evidence. They said that the person that lived here was a sex offender. Two of the little kids have been found. They said the two little girls have been found, but I can't confirm it. The 14-year-old has been found, though, and the 9-year-old little boy has been found that does not want to go home. I'm going to go talk to him off the live because I don't want that to be exposed. Altogether, there's been they said 9 little kids have been missing in the past few days. The police have been doing nothing about it. If you watch my platform, I've been talking about this for a year. I know about these runaway houses. I know about the sex trafficking rings. And I've been talking to the police and stuff about it. I try to set up organizations and stuff. They would not help me do anything about it. So at this point, about 26 days ago, we started protesting for George Floyd. And we've been standing together in solidarity. In the most segregated city in the United States of America, the people have come together. Since the people have come together, we literally have been marching in the streets for change and equality. And as we've been coming together for change, we've been standing up against the police. We've been fighting with the police. The police have been billy clubbing us, tear gassing us. I have 10 stitches, 6 in one arm and 4 in another from the police. Body slamming me on the concrete for us peacefully protesting. They cut holes in my arms. A lot of these people have been tear gassed and stuff like that. So now you have a point where people realizing that they don't need the goddamn police and they don't fuck with them. So people took it upon themselves to come to this house because we've been taking it upon ourselves to take our city back for the last 26 days. So what you're seeing right now is people that are organizing together, standing against the police because the police are sitting here standing in front of a sex trafficker's house right now. This is your tax dollars standing in front of alleged sex trafficker's house, I should say. But we don't know for sure if they were sex trafficked. But the point is, when you got this many police protecting a home of someone like this, they need to be defunded.
That's crazy. How they are actually guarding this house, y'all.
Day 26.
That's the real gang, though, man. That's the real gang.
Right.
Big gang.
Because the people came, and the police came. When the people came, before the police got here, they started shooting out the house. That's why the people didn't go in, because they were shooting through the door. How y'all doing? Nice to meet you. How you doing? How old are you? 14. Nice to meet you. How you doing? Y'all be watching the protests? Yeah, y'all be watching my Facebook Live? Yeah. I'm glad you teaching them, man.
Right, man.
We gotta be strong. There's a lot going on.
Hey,
and we gotta say,
I'm coming out.
Yeah, we got all these black kids missing. The police ain't put out no Amber Alert. The police ain't did shit. The police ain't told them. Oh, you get to meet me. I get a chance to meet you. How you doing? How you doing?
No. Water's on the way.
These kids been missing, and the police ain't doing shit about it. Okay, cool.
Hey.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Pretty good.
We keep meeting like this at these scenes.
Right.
Yeah, so we've been out here all day. It's been kind of crazy to keep up with what's been going on in this news. At first it was a search party looking for these 2 girls.
Yeah.
Shots fired. We were there for that.
So you were
Yeah,
there.
yeah. We've been here all day. It's been a wild scene. What's your reaction to seeing this crowd out here upset about human trafficking and taking matters into their own hands?
I love it for the most part because basically they've been calling the police about issues in our city for a long time. And the police response time, like say someone breaks in the house and robs you, they might come in 17 hours. The police don't respond accordingly in our community to our issues. So the people force the police to actually respond to something that they were concerned about. And right now we've been realizing with these protests that have been going on the last 26 days that our police don't respond to the things we care about. They respond to the things they care about. Obviously, which is protecting the property right now. and that's their best interest, not the people.
What do you know about this house and its history?
I can't really say too much about the history, and I won't say too much because it's all kind of speculation. What I can tell you is that there's been reports that this house may have had kids that were sex trafficked, and the people just wanted them to check. So since they didn't want to check, the people took it upon themselves to make sure that this house would be checked. We have missing kids in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The police don't report it. They don't say anything about it. They don't do Amber Alerts for it. So while our kids are missing, we know time is of the essence the first 72 hours. It takes about a week before a black kid is reported missing in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And that's ridiculous, and we're not going to stand for that anymore.
We have difficulty too when we reach out to police to confirm this stuff that we hear directly from family.
Exactly.
For people who are at home, maybe watching this, people throw rocks at windows. What are they missing about the underlying feelings?
If this is true, anybody that wants to protect the child molester's house should really think about what they're doing. You're going to have people that are angry and upset. A lot of times, I don't like the brick throwing and stuff like that, but at the same time, you can't lose sight of the reason that people came here. It wasn't to throw bricks. They came here because the police department didn't respond in a timely manner to the concerns of the people, and the kids could have been here and they could have been moved by the time the police responded. So that's why we're here, and I try to keep focused on this.
Thank you. Thank you.
They probably was. So bad. You can see his blue eyes burning.
He ready. He itching. He ready.
You see him?
He ready. He ready. He's so ready. So ready. You ready?
share this while I break the story down for y'all real quick. This house right here, people was looking for basically. People was looking for basically they missing kids. This address is posted as the. No, y'all good. I know it'd be alright. You thought it was tears laughing? Nothing. Asking me about how I feel about what's going on.
How do you feel about what's going on?
I feel like shit. The police don't respond to our
This
issues.
Fox 4 block. Fox 4 block. They white ass.
Why do people want to call you so fucking early? The sun is barely up. But anyway, this young man, Frank, is known out there. He's an activist. He's been on the front lines, like he said. He broke this story to the point where the media, they know him. They know Frank very well. The media knows him. The local media in Wisconsin knows him because this is the type of stories that he likes to do. Things that this should have been on CNN, truth be told. This should have been on CNN. This should have been like breaking news. But you know what they was covering? They was covering Trump, the election, the primary elections and all of that stuff. They covered all of that. But they did not touch this story. And you would have thought they would have touched this story. But the reason why they didn't touch this story is because, like Frank said, he went to the precinct and they did not help nobody. They didn't help the parents try to find their kids. And when finally the parents got word of where the kids was at, they came directly to the house. Not knowing that the kids was in there. They heard they was moved and transferred. There was shorts found with blood on them. It's crazy that how the media did not touch on this story. You know how many kids go missing that they just don't touch on at all? At all. It's crazy. And it baffles my mind. I think by today or the end of the night, this story, but now that the election and everything is over with, which is crazy, that I'm going to talk about that in another video because I went out and I voted. It was horrible. But I guess now that that's over and they started counting the ballots and all that, I guess they'll give time to this very, very important story right here. Because I'm not understanding why the community had to go there and they've been trying to get information on their missing kids. How is it that nobody made a report about it in the precinct? How is it that nobody followed up on it? But as soon as the parents went to the house, y'all gonna follow them to the fucking house because they was throwing rocks and stuff at the house trying to get in. But actually people were shooting at the parents on the outside of the house. They were standing on the outside of the house. They was actually gunshots coming from this house. If they didn't do nothing, why they shooting?
Basically, this house right here had missing kids in it. Well, they thought it had missing kids in it. They called the police. The police came out and said there wasn't no missing kids in it. They got reported again. It was like all over social media. So the people was like, well, fuck it, we're going to go to the house and check ourselves. So the people went to check to see if the kids were there because they felt like the police wasn't going when people was telling them to go. So they felt like the people had a chance to keep moving the kids and bringing them back. So that when the people got here and they wanted to check the house, the people in the house.
I just realized that's not even my iPad ringing. That's Frank, the activist guy that recorded this. That's his phone actually ringing in the video, and he wasn't picking it up. So that's not my iPad. I just figured it out for myself, people.
Shooting at the people in front of the news. The news and everybody was out here. So they started shooting at them. When the police came, they went in there and searched the house, and they arrested the individuals that were shooting at the police. It's about 5 individuals they arrested. The individuals they arrested, they said they didn't find any evidence of the missing kids in the house, but they felt like there was like a fan blowing upstairs. It looked like somebody was banging on the window. So the police told us that it was a fan. It wasn't nothing up there. So I just told the people, let them leave. Let the police leave. That's all you got to do. Police leave. And no, before the police leave, we actually go from this house. We got a word that there was another address around the corner that the kids may have went to. So then we went to the address around the corner. When we got there, the kids began to run. The kids that were running, we caught 2 of the kids, and they ended up being 2 of the missing kids. So that
Wow.
was, the 2 kids on my live. One was like 9, and the other was like 14. After we found that, they had said, "How you doing?" "I'm doing pretty good." After we found it,
I'll be meeting people to not interrupt him while he's trying to report on the house. They are interrupting him as he's trying to report on it. It's crazy.
Police agitation is gonna be hard to get people to not concentrate on that. That's all. A lot of people like to yell at the police. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they got the right to. They can't tell them they're not good. You know what I mean? So we gonna move though this week. So what happened was we went to the other house after we found those 2 kids. They said there was an escalation in here, so we came back to this house. When we came back to this house, that's when the police